Hello and welcome to another one of Red's Minecraft tutorial videos. This tutorial will be on how to make double doors work with pressure plates with no delay and have a locking system as seen in many other really cool creations of people in Minecraft. So this is what the finished version is going to look like. No matter which way you come in, the doors will open with no delay, and we'll also have a locking mechanism. Now the doors won't even open at all. Then we flick the switch again. The doors open again. Awesome. So let's get to the tutorial part. Okay, so here's a single door. When you step on the pressure plate, the door opens, and when you step off the pressure plate, the door closes. One would think that this is the exact same with double doors, however it is not. It is almost the exact opposite. Here are the double doors. When you step on one pressure plate, it opens instead of closes. It's kind of ridiculous. So one of the things we'll be using to fix this is an inverter. Here is the inverter. Now, when no input is being sent, power is on. This is great for, say, the door over here, where there needs to be power to keep this door closed. So again, when you step on it, this is basically how to make the inverter as well. You have redstone running into a block with torches attached to it, connected to redstone. Okay, so here's a double door with two pressure plates. When I step on the left pressure plate, the left door opens. When I step on the right pressure plate, the power sent to the redstone torch is turned off, and thus that little strip of redstone right there is also turned off, and the door opens. If we were to remove that, the door would stay open, so it needs to have a constant power. Now, as you may notice, the doors don't open at the same time, and what the next example is going to show is how to fix that. Unless you step on both at the same time, but that's kind of hard to do sometimes. Okay, so here's exactly the same setup as before, except now we have a redstone cord connecting both. To do that, it's very simple. This is the old version, just like that, but now we just put down the redstone. Whoop. Just like that. And now both doors open. Unfortunately, there's a slight delay because the inverter has a 0.1 delay, and the left door does not have any delay, and that is why it opens faster. So to fix it, we add a repeater. And there it is, right there. Same setup, but with repeater. Make sure the repeater is pointing to that redstone. If it isn't, it won't work. But now they should open at the exact same time. It's the same setup before, except with the repeater pointing to redstone dust, pointing at the door. No delay, and they open at the same time. Unfortunately, there's nothing over there, so this is only a one-way door, and that's what we're going to fix in the next demonstration. Okay, so this is exactly the same thing, just ignore all this stuff on the left. This is what you've seen before. You step on it, both doors open same time. But now, it's a two-way door, and if we came from over here, it would do the same thing. So all we have is two pressure plates with redstone dust connecting them, going over to repeaters to make sure the signal is long enough, and then it just hooks right back into the first. Alright, so this is how to make double doors work with no delay above ground, but this doesn't have a lock. In the next demonstrations, I will show you how to make double doors respond to pressure plates with no delay and have a lock, and a system for having it underground. So let's head on over there. Okay, so I know this looks confusing, and I will build it with you so that way you know exactly what you're doing, but it's the same thing. These two blocks on the left and the right, where the pressure plates are, they connect to redstone, and they hook up to inverters, and there's no delay. So let's see how that looks. They open from both sides. It's great. Now here is the same thing, but with a lock. Here it's unlocked, and here it's locked. Unlocked, locked. Now, here's one last look at it before I show you how to build it, because I realize this would be really confusing for some people to just know how to build off the top of their heads. Okay, so to build this, it's really actually quite simple. What we're going to do is we're going to place a block of 2s separated just like this. In the center one, put torches, and on the sides, you're going to put redstone dust. Now I'm going to fly up. I'm going to put blocks on top of each of these. And technically, you could do this just like this, but below ground. But because that would be hard to see, I'm doing it above ground. So this, by all means, does not mean you have to have it in the air. Alright, so here we add our doors. Remove those. And add your pressure plates. Alright, see, it's already starting to look like what we have going on over there. Except without a lot of the wiring. Alright, so now you're going to do this on both sides. You're going to dig 5 blocks. 5 by 2 actually. And then, if you want, put that block back. So we're going to dig it out again on the other side. Except this time I'm going to leave that block. Okay, now we're going to find out which door needs to have the inverter. So just wire this like such. So we have both cords coming down to meet a center, and they both point to the torch. So let's do that on the other side. Just like that. Now we need to find out which door needs to have the inverter. So we're going to walk across. Okay, there. And the left door needs the inverters. So to add the inverters, it's really simple. Just break these 2 blocks, these 2 redstone dusts. Leave the other side just like it is. Add the redstone torches. And there you have an inverter. Excellent. Now you already have a double door working from both sides. If this is what you want, that's great, because it uses hardly any space underground. Yes, it does use some, but the payoff is great. Now, right now there is delay on both doors, so if you want to fix that, you're going to need just 2 repeaters. Add 1 repeater to each side. In the side that doesn't have the torches, which is not this side, it's this side, right-click the repeater to add a little bit of a delay. That's what it should look like. So now you have no delay from both sides of the door. If you don't want a lock, you can just stop watching right now, because this is exactly what you want without the lock. I use these when, like, let's say I have a castle and we're already inside, we can just walk right through. But if I were to have a castle that needed a front gate, this is how I would make the lock. So you know this by the torch that's on. You're going to add a 1, 2, 3. Alright, please wait while I change this to day. Okay, so it's daytime, and let's finish what we are doing. We are just adding a lock. Now, we're adding this column of dirt to the right side. We know, the left side, because this side is the one with the torch that's turned on, and that's how you know which side to add this column of dirt to. Now you're going to add the redstone. You can add a repeater right about here. And by the way, I'm saying that this side is the side that's basically on the inside of my house. So the lock's going to be over here rather than on that side. So now we're going to have the redstone connect to a central point. Actually, let's move that over a little bit. Now, the torch that's turned off. This is how we're going to fix it. I'm going to dig down, so that way we can see. You can patch this up later, but just for demonstrational purposes, we're going to go under. Actually, we have to go under, but you can fill most of this in right here. So we're going to add a torch right under the first torch. Like this. And we're going to add redstone. Sorry about this cloud. Alright, so basically all we did was we had redstone connected to another torch that's under the already turned off torch. Now let's add a switch and connect all of these. Okay, so basically we notice a problem already. The right door isn't working, and that's because that torch right there is turned on and it's turning this torch off. So we need an inverter. So add a simple inverter right there. That way the power is being sent to this torch, turning it off, allowing input to be sent to that torch. So now we should get a working double door. And we do. Now we should also get a locking double door. We do. Excellent. Now, as noticed in the first demonstration, I had an indicator light. If you want an light like mine, it's gonna have to look something like this. You can either have 1 block or 2 block, but for this I'm gonna use 2. We're gonna put a torch, or sorry, not a torch, a lever on the block with a little ramp, redstone. Yeah, redstone. So when you flick the switch, the power turns on. A torch on the top to let you know when there's being power sent. However, when the torch is turned on, the lock isn't, and we want the redstone torch to be turned on when the lock is activated. So to do this, just add a really quick and simple inverter. That's all you have to do. Now connect these two, and you should be set. Locked with the torch on. With the torch off, the doors are unlocked, and it works great from both sides with no delay. Now all you have to do is do this underground. Now remember, if you're confused at any part in the video, please just rewind and pause. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. As always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice day.